Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to share with you my 5 favorite breakfasts. I make these breakfasts all the time. It's one of you who gave me the idea for this video by asking me how difficult it is to make croissants. I recorded making croissants, but I used the footage for the playlist. So I recorded it again, and now I will show you step by step how to make them. Making croissants takes some time. For those of you who don't like to spend too much time in the kitchen, the other 4 breakfasts are quick to make. And just to remind you, all the cream, milk and cheese I use are either lactose-free or dairy alternatives. As you may recall, I'm lactose intolerant. We start with croissants. For croissants, you will need 650 grams plain flour, 30 grams of fresh yeast, 250 milliliters milk, 125 grams butter, 5 tablespoons of sugar, a pinch of salt, 3 eggs. As for the milk, you can use plain milk or, like me, unsweetened soy or rice milk. Today, I use unsweetened rice milk. For the butter, I use lactose-free butter. We start by making a starter. Crush the yeast, add 1 spoonful of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, and about 50 milliliters of warm milk. Mix well and leave to stand for 10 minutes. Heat the rest of the milk with the butter. In a large bowl, mix the flour with the sugar and salt. Now make the dough. Pour the starter into the flour and mix as well as you can. Add the eggs and mix again as well as you can. Now add the milk and butter. When you feel that the ingredients have combined, start to knead the dough with your hands. If you think the dough is too thin, add a little more flour. Knead the dough for 10-15 minutes until it is smooth and elastic. Cover the bowl with a linen cloth and leave to rest for at least 1 hour. Time to shape the croissants. Divide the dough into 2 parts. We are going to make 2 batches of croissants. Roll out the first piece of dough into a rectangle half a centimeter thick. Cut into 8 squares. Cut each square into 2 triangles. If you want to make filled croissants, put your favorite jam on the bottom of the triangle. Start rolling the croissant from the base of the triangle. When the first batch of croissants is ready, preheat the oven to 180 degrees. Bake the croissants for 18–20 minutes. Time for a second batch. When I make a second batch of croissants, I always make 6 empty croissants, no filling. That way I can eat them later with butter and jam. I eat the filled croissants on their own or with Greek-style yogurt. And now it's time for a delicious breakfast with homemade croissants. The second breakfast idea is a simple hummus, avocado, radish and poached egg sandwich. It could not be simpler. You just put it all together. But for those of you who do not know how to make poached eggs, here is my simple recipe. Break 2 eggs into a cup. Fill a small pot with about 5 cm of water. When the water boils, reduce the heat a little. Put the eggs in the water and cover the pot with a lid. If you have a gas stove, turn off the heat and leave the eggs in the pot for about 3-5 minutes. You have to test it. It depends on your stove, how hot it is when you turn it off. If you have an induction cooker like mine, reduce the heat to 1. Leave the eggs in a pot for 8 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the rest of your breakfast. Many of you know that as well as coffee, I love pancakes. Coffee and pancakes are my favorite combination. Although I show you pancakes as the third breakfast idea, for me it is always my number one. And I usually start by making coffee. I like to drink it while I make pancakes. My favorite pancakes are tin pancakes, also called crepes. To make 4 pancakes on a 26 cm frying pan, you will need 250 ml milk or water, 1 egg, between 120 and 140 grams of flour. You can use any kind of milk: dairy, soy, rice, oat. I use water because one day when I wanted to make pancakes, I had no alternative to milk. And it turned out that pancakes made with water taste just as good as those made with milk. I like to eat pancakes with jam and Greek yogurt. Lately, my favorite jam is grape and kiwi jam. I like it because of its sour taste. My fourth breakfast idea is the quickest. All you need is a roll, smoked salmon, and yogurt. Put it all together and you have a delicious breakfast. This is an option when you only have a few minutes to make breakfast. This is the kind of breakfast lunch I ordered at O'Brien's Sandwich Bar in Dublin. My last breakfast idea is porridge with walnuts. My favorite porridge is rice porridge made with rice flakes and unsweetened soy or rice milk. Well, to be honest, the best porridge I ever had was made from rice and millet. But I cannot get this porridge here in Poland. Only one shop in Dublin had it. I measure out the rice flakes and milk with a cup, 2 cups of flakes and 3 cups of milk. First, I cook it over medium heat for 2-3 minutes. Then, I reduce the heat and cook it for another 5 minutes. In the meantime, I crush the walnuts. For those who do not know, I have a walnut tree in the garden, so these walnuts are from that tree. thank you for watching another video. I can promise you, in the next one, all 3 girls, including Aira, will be in. See you soon.